Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to navigate Seller Central. As a beginner, it is very confusing. There's a lot going on. So we're going to make this as quick as possible and just talk about the very basic things. I'm not going to go into too much detail. So mostly the top of the page is what you're going to be wanting to care about. There's not much down here that we need to care about. It's going to tell you to restock certain things, but it's not the biggest deal. The first thing we're going to want to look at is manage inventory. So if we click into there, we can see all of our inventory. The numbers are not always accurate, so don't hold to it 100%. If there are discrepancies, almost all of the time Amazon deals with that as time goes on. But you can search for your products here and you can get information on them. You can click here to see how much of that ASIN has sold in the past. We can also go to manage FBA shipments. If you are doing shipments through Inventory Lab, you are going to click into here to finalize your shipment. So we're just going to click there real quick and see what that is like. So basically you'll finalize a shipment and it'll show something here and you can finalize the shipment steps right there. The next thing we're going to want to do would be skip pricing, go to orders. So this is where we get a report on the things that have sold recently for us. We're going to see when it sold. We're going to see what the item is. We're going to see the order status. So if it says pending, it means that a customer purchased it, but it has not been shipped yet and the payment been finalized. But you'll also sometimes see a payment complete. That means that it's more finalized and you're going to end up getting paid from that one for sure. Whereas the yellow ones, it's still kind of like it's pending. So the next one that we really need to do is payments. And this is where we talk about our financial balances. So this is the overall view of your positives and your negatives. At the beginning, you're probably going to be more negative because you've just sent in a lot of items. And so you're getting charged for shipping. You're getting charged for your $40 a month and you haven't had as many sales yet. So for a while, this will sometimes even be negative and sometimes you might even get charged for your $40 a month. That's okay. Just keep sending in profitable inventory. This area is about your funds. Every 2 weeks, once you are past that 4-week period where you can't request your money, you'll be able to request a payout. And then from there, we will be able to see the history of this right here in disbursements. And this will give you a history of what has been sent to your bank account. And then in the transaction view, this is a more detailed version of all of your transactions, a detailed version more so than this, because this actually shows the Amazon fees versus how much the sale actually was. So this is the amount that we're actually going to get after all of the fees. And then we could subtract the cost of goods from that to know how much profit we have. And so there's not really a great bookkeeping software within Amazon. And so that's why a lot of people suggest using Inventory Lab, because Inventory Lab, it'll do a profit and loss statement for you because it's synced with your Amazon sales. Otherwise, you're going to have to sit here and figure out what your cost of goods was and then minus it off each and every transaction. And that's a pain. So that's why we say Inventory Lab. The next one we want to look at is performance and account health. So here, this is where we want to make sure that we are obeying rules and don't have intellectual property complaints and authenticity complaints. You want to keep these numbers as low as possible. Eventually, you can get shut down if you have too many of them, but basically, this is the account health page. This is where it shows you your IP complaints, intellectual property, and your authenticity complaints, and all the other various things. If you're ever confused about anything, you can click the speak to an account health specialist, and they are people who are trained to help you to deal with Amazon issues, and they want to help you keep your accounts in good standing. So be kind to them, and they will help you. You can also go to feedback. And this is where you see your customer feedback. And thankfully, if you do FBA, you can often get negative ones removed because Amazon will take responsibility. So for example, for this one, so here's the feedback, and basically you're going to see all of your feedback from customers. You can often get negative ones crossed out. Basically on the right here, you'll be able to click the drop down and you'll say that it does not line up with Amazon's policies. And if it's a condition thing or a pricing thing, oftentimes Amazon will say that it was their responsibility and they will cross it off and your feedback will stay good. So make sure to take advantage of that. So yeah, that was a quick little guide to Seller Central. It's extremely confusing, but that's the very basics of it. So hopefully this was helpful, and feel free to like the video and please subscribe. It helps me know that this is something that is helpful for you guys. So take care.